So we have established again another set of lies. Patterson at the center of it, Coretta McDonald dealing with it. But since we're dealing with Patterson, and he talks a lot, he may want to be so, since he's so forthcoming and he has an opinion on everything now, he may want to share his opinion that how the 600 million went missing from the Durban Park project because his ministry was in charge of that project. The 600 million still missing. He may want to share his views on that, and may want to share his views about the court case where he is charged for corruption with the Demerara Harbor Bridge study, that you recall that. And he may want to share his views about why on that same thing, why he violated the Procurement Act by taking an unsolicited bid, bypassing the tender board directly to the cabinet, and how he got the Demerara Harbor Bridge to use its money to pay for that, and even above what the tender price was. He may want to share his views on how the scales went to his friend and consultant, the guy from Jamaica, who is a political consultant, helped to put the Lelendal Accord together. They brought him in to bring the two parties together. That man got us to supply scales to Guyana that never arrived, $80 million. Patterson may want to share his views on that. He may want to share his views why the Chinese company deposited $9,000 directly into his bank account. And only when, I don't know if he is reimbursed until now, the state, because the state had already paid for that trip. And when it was exposed, he made some flimsy excuse. He may want to tell the people of this country why at the airport, when we had $67 million to do the airport, a new airport, and the apron at the airport, the standing area, why he changed that to a rehabilitation project that cost of the existing airport. So the spanking new airport, Patterson changed that with the Chinese contractors to refurbish the existing airport. We signed a contract and we left it with them for a new airport and an apron that would have cost $67 million US. That was part of it. They took that $67 million out of the contract and ended up giving the Chinese company a few million for rehabilitating the airport. That they gave them, they didn't adjust the contract price downwards, but we got a rehab airport rather than a new airport building. He should explain all of these things, and I hope that the media would follow up too. The problem is that the media doesn't follow up on any of these things. So you can have somebody like Patterson doing this. And, you know, in this country, he is the public exposure man. I saw the most ridiculous reason why, and it will come out in the public domain, why his case on public exposure was dismissed by the magistrate court. You should dig into that a bit more. And I hope that that comes out too. So let's establish a few things. And I'm not going to even talk about the golden bangles and the fancy gifts that he got. So if Patterson wants to talk about corruption, they should come straight on all these matters. Every one of these cases, they were part of some arrangement. He's been charged on several of these issues. Correct? They want me investigated again. They investigated me for 5 years after saying they would lock me up in 2015. 5 years, they had full-fledged Soku, Sarah, everybody, internationally, etc., looking for money and never found anything.